Okay guys, this is a quick unboxing we're going to do. This is a BestArc. This is a arc welder or stick welder. This is the BestArc 9th gen. It's the ARC200. It's 110 and 220 volt auto sensing. They do have a 220 only. As you can see what's marked right here, it's a 110 220. Let's read the box real quick. I'll read you what the contents are according to them. So they give you one ARC200 welder, 200 amp stick welder, one earth clamp or the ground clamp that you put on your part, one stick holder, one wire adapter. That's the wire adapter to get from the 220 plug down to 110. If you only had this in your garage, you would use that adapter and go to 110. You're limited typically. Most of the welders I've seen, once you drop to 110, you're limited to somewhere around 120, 130 amps. Okay. If you want the full 200 amp, you're gonna have to go to an actual, like this is a 50 amp 220 right here. Okay, they give you a shoulder strap. As you can tell by the size of the box, it's very small, very carryable. Weight wise, gosh, I would say total contents 12, 14 pounds tops. Right here they say machine weight is 2.9 kilograms, call it 3. Kilograms to pounds is approximately 2. So just roughly 6 pounds for just the machine. I don't know if you're hearing the cars go past the traffic, but I have 2 dogs out running around and I have traffic on the road out there. It's a beautiful day today. It's been as cold as 10 degrees. It's today it's mid 50s. We're north of Pittsburgh, about 20 miles north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is a fabulously warm day for me, so the furnace is turned off. Okay, so we have a BestArc little manual here. Okay, packed in the box, we have a welder, and we have, that's our earth or ground clamp. We have our stick holder. Let's pull some foam out. Here's your 110 to 220 adapter right there. So you'll plug the welder into this and this into your standard 110. Now I will tell you, let me see, let me zoom you in over here real quick, because some of you might have newer homes, some of you might have older homes. There we go. Okay, so if you notice this style of outlet in a home, which is more typical on newer homes now, especially kitchens, garages, stuff like that, these are 20 amp. And you can tell by that right there, that's the sign of a 20 amp. It has a heavier gauge wire in the walls. It has a 20 amp breaker in the breaker box. Your standard outlets that just look like that, those are typically your 15 amp. They'll have a 15 amp rated wire and outlet. So these are 20. This is a ground GFCI, ground fault circuit interrupt. But I just wanted you to see that depending on your house, if you have a standard 10 amp, you'll be limited even more. Even though the machine might go to 120, 125, whatever, maybe 130, you probably will pop your breaker. Whereas if you have the newer, heavier gauge cabling and your 120, or your 20 amp outlets and breakers, you'll get a little bit more headspace out of it before you're popping breakers while you're trying to use the thing. Okay, let me go back over here. All right. So what do we got here? This is the shoulder strap in a bag. I probably will not use that. Foam off of there. Okay, and the welder. Right now, just to give you an idea, this is a 4-inch blade. This is my pocket knife. Right, so that my pocket knife is right around 8 inches. So you can see this is about 9 inches end to end. It's about 8.5 inches tall to the top of the handle. Using the blade dimension there, it's about 4.25 inches across. Very, very small. Very, very light. Honestly, about a quarter of what you're picking up is the power cable. Now, the power cable is a 3 times 2.08 millimeter, rated 300 volt. See, the electrode holder is 25 millimeter, it says. I'm not sure. Let's see here. 25 millimeter. I'm not an electrician. I'm not familiar with what all these numbers mean. The HO1N2-D. You have that part number, oops, right there. And you have, where are we at there? 309. Yeah, I'm not sure what the meaning of all those numbers is. I know American grade of gauges. Okay, this is your earth clamp. So similarly, that's 25. HO1N2-D again. And where's the big string of numbers? Right there. Let's hold it this way. And there you go. I'm guessing that it has something to do with the production date, because that 2024 start, probably 7th month. I'm not sure. Just guessing, right? I don't know. I'm not a manufacturer of BestArc. All right, so what I'm going to do real quick here is I'm going to go ahead and plug it in, turn it on, and we'll look at the display and what the display does. And then I'll do a separate video. I'll set up some material and we'll do a little bit of welding. Set that there. Let me zoom you in, bring you right in on her there. There's 3.5 by, okay. Hell, let's see what 10 by. Yeah, that's good right there. All right, so you can see that display fine. Power's on the back, simple rocker switch like most every other welder you'll ever touch. Okay, we got life. We're lighting up. Now, we have a dial, then we have 3 buttons. Mode, an arrow, which I'm guessing is select, and that looks like a thickness gauge right there. Okay, I can see at the top, it's on Synergy, and it's on 4, I'm guessing 4 millimeter. So I'm guessing if I hit this, okay, there, 1.6 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 2.5 millimeter, 3.2 millimeter, 4 millimeter. Okay, mode, I'm going to guess is just stick and lift TIG. So lift TIG, which it does not come with the TIG torch. You can buy one. BestArc does have one. Stick. Okay. Okay, there's arc force. You see that lit up right there. There's hot start. That's an aid to help you start the welder. Okay, let me go back. So in arc force, we have adjustments in arc force from 0 to 100. Okay, so we'll go back to 50, put it right in the center, right there. Okay, hot start, it's on 50. Goes to 0. And goes to 100. We'll go back to 50 on hot start. Oh, okay, 50. All right, let's see if we push that. What do we get? Oh, okay, VRD on and off. By pushing in and clicking the button, we're turning off the VRD, which is a safety feature. Okay, let's see if we long hold that. Anything? Okay, nothing with a long hold. Go back to lift TIG. Just want to see, what do we got here? We got no options there. Okay, so TIG doesn't, you have no settings. TIG is just on or stick. Okay, so stick, as you see, when I go down to the 1.6 millimeter, it's at 60 amp, 2 millimeter at 90 amp, 2.5 at 120, and 3.2 at 140, and 4 at 190. All right, so that's everything there is to it. The crazy thing, I guess, the point that BestArc makes quality value welders. I've tested, I believe, 9 welders in the last 2 months. All of them are imported, Chinese source welders. And the one thing I will say is that they are not all equal. They are at all different price points, starting from about $80 up to, I have a Yes welder over there that's I believe MSRP on it's like $750. The quality of the welds that you get are not equal from $80 to $700. There is a difference. That being said, what I will tell you is that even the cheapest $80 welder that I have over there, it's a Cephase model MiG 135E. It's like $120 with a $30 coupon on Amazon. Now, saying it nice and fair. Let me see. Let me get the camera so you can see me. I'm sitting here talking to you, and you're not seeing me. The difference between the welders is marked and noticeable, and I guess the point that I would like to say is that if you are a new non-welder and you said, you know what, I want to buy a welder, I don't want to spend $300, I don't want to spend $700, I want to spend $100. Like if you bought the Cephase, Sefaspe, I'm looking at the box over there. If you bought that welder as a home new welder, you have small things like, like thin lawnmower decks, just small little things like that. It does weld. It will weld. It's not going to be pretty. You're not going to impress all your buddies on the internet with it, but it will weld. It will do your repairs. It will get you going. There's nothing wrong with a man buying or a woman buying a $100 welder and determining maybe later that they want to step up their game and buy something a little bit better with more features and more convenience to it. BestArc, back to this brand falls into where I'm impressed with them because they tend to float in a lower price bracket than, say, Yes Welder, than a lot of the Arc Captain stuff. Everlast stuff tends to anymore is encroaching on your higher end price wise. Everlast has really upped their game equipment wise, and the price is going with it, right? So BestArc is this real sweet spot where you get everyone, like I have 3 now. 3 BestArc welders. They're all very value priced, and they perform way above their price class. They're really well performing, low price welders, and I really have no problem telling you that if you could squeeze a few more dollars off your wife or out of your wallet, BestArc is a pretty safe bet. It's a pretty good machine for a very fair price, and they have MIG welders, they have TIG welders, they have plasma, they have, this is an arc welder, and shockingly on this is just how small it is. You see my hand, you see how small this thing is. I mean, you can just palm this thing. You don't even need the handle. It weighs about a gallon of milk weight. It's just good to go. So I wanted to show you what comes in the box, and I'm going to get set up, and I'll do another video, and I'll do a little bit of show and tell. I'll run 3 different rods, 60-13, 70-10, and 60-10, I believe is what I'll pull out. We'll see. But hey, do me a favor, like and subscribe. I do appreciate that, and I love comments on the videos. I like talking to you guys, so go ahead and comment. And if you don't mind, seriously, subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up and like it, because that helps more people see my stuff. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.